Just a few announcements before we get started. Celebrate Hanukkah this year with the Jewish community at Pop-Up Hanukkah, which is this Sunday, December the 10th, from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Industrial Space at 2330 South Industrial Road, Las Vegas. The cost is $10 per person and includes a Hanukkah concert by Tel Aviv's Bet Tefillah Israel, and programs will be for all ages and much more. The Senior Social Club Hanukkah Party by the Sisterhood will be on Wednesday, December the 13th. At lunch will be at 12, and at 1 o'clock, the Hanukkah Bingo Party. Our famous bingo caller, Carolyn Friedner, has saved this date for us and will start right after lunch. Please RSVP to Joyce or to the office. Hanukkah Shir Shabbat is Friday, next Friday, December the 15th at 6:15 p.m., featuring the Shabbatones, and would like for you to stay after for latkes and jelly donuts. Free to see team members, reservations necessary. Please call the office for reservations. Good Shabbos and Shabbat Shalom.
So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm Cheryl Chenin-Webb, and this is my sister, Lori Frankel. And Rabbi and Cantor and a bunch of congregants and 5,000 other Reformed Jewish people are at Biennial. And it's an amazing conference that they do every 2 years. So hopefully in 2 years from now, we'll all be there too. But for tonight, we're delighted to be able to share this special Shabbat with you.
So we have with us Melody Hood and Douglas Cohen. And Melody's bat mitzvah is going to be
February 3rd.
February 3rd, and Douglas is
July 28th.
July 28th. So this is a really valuable moment for them. It's a little bit of a practice, and they're fantastic. So they've already got it, right? So when you're a couple months out, like Melody, you'll really have it, right? All right. Okay.
I had some notes on my schedule.
Did you give it to him?
Nope. All right.
Yeah. All right.
There it is. Okay, found it. You gonna start? So we're gonna start with a nigun, and
So this nagun is for the Refuah Shlema, which is a beautiful version of instead. Well, we do this instead of doing the Misha Berach. So when we get to the Refuah Shlema, you'll know it. So just kind of repeat after me, and then we'll get it by the time we know it. By the time we get there. Yai da 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 da. Try that. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Yai da 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 da. Ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a peaceful day. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the light of Shabbat. And Ilana, Doug's mom, and Melody, please light for us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat lahadlik ner shel Shabbat lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Please open your prayer books and turn to page 124. Page 124. We read responsively on the bottom of the page. May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May the synagogue be free for all who enter, the doorway of richer and more meaningful life.
Please turn to page 138 and join us in the Lachadoti. Lachadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat kabela. Lachadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Lachadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Lachadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor bedibur echad, Hishmianu el Chamiuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lechadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela.
Please rise and face the back of the sanctuary.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha uvetzochala, Toch emunei am segula, Boi bala boi chala. Lechadoti likrat kala, Panei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadoti likrat kala, Please be seated. And we turn to page 142 for Shalom Alechem. Page 142.
Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Hayahud, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boahem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-melech malachei hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-melech malachei hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi-melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue on page 144 with the Chatzi Kaddish. V'yikadash Shemei Rabbah Be'amad Yivrach Yirutei Ve'amlich Mahutei V'chayechon Uvyamechon Uvhayetecho Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala Uvizman Kariv Ve'imeru Amen Shmei Rabba Mevara Le'olam Le'am Me'amaya Yipara Yipara Ve'yishtaba Ve'par Ve'yitramam Ve'yitnaseh Ve'yitadar Ve'yitaleh Ve'yitala Shemei du Kudushabrihu Le'lamim kol birata ve'shirata tushbechata v'nemata dami be'ame'ama ve'imeru amen. Please rise for the Baruch Hu.
Do you know it?
And we continue with the Lvcnt. I'm sorry, Ahavat. Ahavat Olam. Page 150, please be seated. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night will we reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Please rise for the Shema on page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And now the Lvcnt on page 154. Et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha, uvechol meyotecha, bechayu hadvarim ha'elech, asher anohi metzavecha, hayom halevavecha, veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, beshivtecha bevetecha, uvlevtecha vaderech, uvshavpecha, uvkumecha, ukshartam leot ayadecha, vechayu letotafot beinenecha, uvtavtam al mezuzo beitecha, uvisharecha, leman tiskeru, hasitem ekol mitzvotai, vitem kedoshim leloehem, ani Adonai Elohehem, asher hosetiahem, meretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'elohim, ani Adonai Elohehem, Adonai Elohehem. And we turn to page 157. Please be seated. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go,
It is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way that passes through the wilderness.
that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Mihamaha baeli madonai, Mihamaha netar bakodesh, Nora tehilot,
Oh, say Felek, oh, say Felek.
Mihamaha
Baeli Madonai, Mihamoha, Netar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot. Oh, say Felek, oh, say Felek.
Please turn to page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. V'ha'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we make with morning's light. Teach us godly wrong from right. Amen. Amen.
Amen with us, please.
Amen. 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 Amen.
One more time.
Amen. 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 Maggie, please come forward.
Time for the Vishamru, our favorite song of the night. Let's go. Maggie, right up here.
Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat adorotam berit olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat adorotam berit olam. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam
HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat l'doratam. Berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'sharu v'nei Israel et hashabbat la'asot et hashabbat l'doratam ve'rit olam uvayom hashvihi Shabbat vayinavash, Shabbat vayinavash, Vesharu v'nei Israel et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat l'doratam, berit olam. Veshamru v'nei Israel et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat l'doratam berit olam. Toda Rabbah.
Thank you. We now turn to page 164, and rise for tefillah.
Adonai, open up thy Ufi Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanara, Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekoneh HaKol, Bezaher Hasdei Avot V'Imavot, Mevi Geula Lifnei B'nechem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol, Atah Rav leHoshia, Mechakel Chaim Behesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Hayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umito Melech, Melech Meimid, Hayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Beneme'anel Hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, Ukdoshim b'chol yom, Yechalelu Aselach, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
We now continue in silent prayer and meditation, either the prayers through page 178 or the prayers that are in your heart. Sim Shalom Tova Uvra. Sim Shalom Tova Uvra. Sim Shalom Tova Uvra. Hein v'hesed, hein v'hesed v'rahamim. Hein v'hesed, hein v'hesed v'rahamim. V'rahamim. Sim Shalom Tova Uvra. Sim Shalom Tova Uvra. At this time, we think of those in our circle of family and friends who are in need of prayers of healing. So please rise, and if there's somebody that you're thinking of right now, as my eyes meet yours, please say their name for the Mishaberach.
Linda Smith and our mom for non-Jenna.
This is the little nigun that we learned at the beginning of the service. So it's a little bit different, but it's a prayer of healing. So please join us.
Please stand, and you should never be alone during this prayer. Please find someone to hold on to. We need each other for strength.
Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, ve'nomar amen. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, ve'nomar amen. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema. Adonai yishlach, yishlach lachem, refuah shlema. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, ve'nomar amen. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, ve'nomar amen.
If you didn't know the words, you can yada die. Yada die,
Die, die, die, die. Yada, die, 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 die. Yada, die, die.
complete healing of body, mind, and spirit.
This week's Torah portion, Vayeshev, really takes us on a total journey. It begins by describing Joseph's relationship with his brothers and his father Jacob. And that's the part that I'm going to focus on in tonight's Devar Torah. These are the generations of Jacob. When Joseph was 17 years old, being a shepherd, he was with his brothers with the flocks, and he was a lad, and was with the sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought evil tales about them to their father. So a little something interesting about Joseph that we're learning here about his character. So he's out there watching the flock with brothers, and he's coming back to his father with stories. And Israel loved Joseph more than all of his sons because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a fine woolen coat. So what do you think happens? He's out there, he's telling stories, and then he's rewarded by his father. I don't know, not such a good start to relationships because his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all of his brothers, and so they hated him, and they could not speak with him peacefully. So imagine that. Here's the story in the Torah, and they're saying brothers are hating brothers. And then Joseph comes to them, and he says, I dreamed a dream. And he told his brothers about the dream, and they continued to hate him even more. And he said to them, listen now, listen to this dream which I have dreamed. And it was a dream which raised Joseph above his brothers. As we continue to read through the Torah portion, we learn that the dreams, of course, made the situation even worse. Not only did they perceive him as a bratty little brother, but now the dreams that he shared with them made him feel superior. And as a result, they hatched a plan to get rid of him. Now, I don't know about you, but I have siblings. Lori's one of them. And we have a brother, Alan, whose birthday is tonight. So happy birthday, Alan. And Lori's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday, Lori. And even though we're perfect now, there was a time when we did kind of argue and maybe sometimes not get along so well. And maybe we hatched a few plans, but I don't think they were at the same level as what Joseph's brothers hatched for him. And when Jacob sent Joseph to find his brothers because they'd taken the flock, the brothers, as they saw him approaching, said, behold, the dreamer is coming. So now let us kill him, and we will cast him into one of the pits, and we will say, a wild beast devoured him, and we will see what becomes of his dreams. So that's a bit extreme, even for siblings in the Bible, to look and just immediately jump to making a plan to kill him. Now, luckily, his brother Reuben talked him out of it, stating that they should not be the ones to shed his blood and to simply leave him in the pit in the desert. Now, his plan was to go back for his brother and then take him to their father. But guess what? He didn't share that with his brothers. And at the recommendation of Judah, the brothers decided to sell Joseph into slavery. And then, of course, they were stuck with having to make up a story that he'd been killed anyway. Now, we find out later that the brothers were actually greatly distressed at their father's reaction. He was in terrible mourning, and they saw that, and they were brokenhearted, not for their brother, but for their father. And ultimately, what happened was they turned away from their other brother Judah, and they blamed him. Why did they do this? Well, the French rabbi Shlomo Yitzhak, known as Rashi, explains, Judah's brothers blamed him because they respected him tremendously. And if he said, let's not harm him, let's not harm Joseph, they would have listened to him. So they started blaming him for their deeds. Now, unfortunately, this is a human characteristic that we can see all too often. It's called diffusion of responsibility. Now, the great source, Wikipedia, defines diffusion of responsibility as a socio-psychological phenomenon whereby a person is less likely to take responsibility for action or inaction when others are present. Several specific cases chronicle increases in moral disengagement and a lack of helping behavior. While Joseph's brothers were angry with him and venting their frustration by hatching wild and crazy plans of how to deal with him, if each person had accepted responsibility for their own actions, the results could have been entirely different. While some might argue that it was fate because God had a plan for Joseph, there's still a valuable lesson that we can all learn. It's a lesson about standing up for what's right. A lesson about how every person can make a difference. A lesson that we'll learn more about next week. A lesson that Mattathias taught the Maccabees. Remember when there's a single light for a Shabbos candle or a single light on the Hanukkah, as we blend those flames together, the fire burns brighter and the flame burns brighter. And so we also need to remember that for the candles to be lit, there needs to be that spark. And each of you have that spark, but Tselem Elohim, the spark of God, the divine within you. And each of you can make a difference. And so on this Shabbos, thank you for being here. Remember to hold that candle and flame, burn brightly and warm within, especially on cold nights. Shabbat Shalom. Well, our service has come to a conclusion, and it's now time to turn to page 586 for the Mourner's Cotta. I'm sorry, excuse me, for the Elenu, page 586. .586 for the Elenu. Please rise. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latekedu laleotzer reshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishbechot adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamona, ve'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'nemar V'chaya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Bayom hahu Adonai Echad, Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. Please be seated. So we think of those who've passed within recent days. Shirley Arnau, Godfrey Doc Malkoff, Alice Schiffman, Helene Bernberg, Mark Neal Feston, Ethel Biegelman, Lillian Goldberg. We also think of those who've passed this time of year in past seasons. Erwin Appel, Arthur Artie Berger, Ruth Bloom, Charles Charnas, Albert Cohen, Nancy Collin, Saul Del Valle, Jacob Bryce Eaton, Martin Eisenhart, Joseph Albringer, Ruth Falk, Edmund Frank, Gertrude Frieden, Jarvis Frieden, Jack Gorov, Sadie Harris, Roz Katz, David Kerbin, Gertrude Kirschbaum, Charlotte Kishner, Lena Cranston, Florence Laser, Leo Perlman, Ann Richlin, Irving Reitman, Sarah Schiffman, Molly Selnick, Rivka Sendrau, Hyman Silver, Betty Ratner Trubenbach, Howard Waltman, Annette Waterman, Ruben Weinstock, Alice White, Eric Wolf, Leon Yanofsky. If there's somebody in your family or circle of friends where tonight is their yahrzeit and you'd like to remember them at this time, please stand and say their name as my eyes meet yours. And now we stand as a community. Thank you. We now stand as a community and turn to page 598 for the Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach Yerute ve'amlich malhute v'chayachon uv'yomechon chayei dehol beis Yisrael ba'agala uv'isman kari ve'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya Yitparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemedu kudusha b'richu Le'olam mimkol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata damiram be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'hayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us all and to all Israel, to which we say,
Amen.
Amen. Please be seated. So it's time for our Kiddush, and if you have a December birthday, please join us.
And do we have any visitors this evening? That are visiting us for the first time? I'd like to have them come up and join us for the Kiddush, please.
And you know, we have plenty up here, so if you just want to come up, come on up. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim. Thank you. Yeah, this looks so good.
Does it taste better coming out of this glass?
Yes.
Tastes the same.
What, do you want a fancy plate for your hall?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'teva. Well, we brought in a little bit of Hanukkah with the Devar Torah. So before we do our closing song, I hope that you can join me in singing a happy birthday to Lori.
It was yesterday.
It's okay. Will you guys join me, please? All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
All right, and many, many more.
There's no one I would rather spend it with than my congregation there, Tamid family.
Okay, she's going to do it in Hebrew for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You want to come up?
Do you know it?
All right, come on up.
Come on. Yom Huledet
Sameach.
Yom
Huledet Sameach.
Yom
Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Very nice. Yay!
Thank you.
All right. So our closing song is going to be Rock of Ages, and it's in your prayer book on page 669. So I hope you'll join us, please. Page 669.
To get you in the holiday spirit.
Ma'asur Yeshuati Echana El Shabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati Esham Toda Neshabeach Litahit Matbeach Mitzvah Nabeach Azekmor Teshir Mizmor Hanukkah Mizbeach Azekmor Teshir Mizmor Hanukkah Mizbeach. Rock of Ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your love veiled us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. Shabbat Shalom.